guys, welcome back to this week's episode from my allotment. As the title says it all, it's a hot one again today. It's to the point where you can't really do a line in this heat because you just end up wearing yourself out. But if you are down your allotment or anywhere, two important things to remember is suntan lotion, always put protection on, just look after yourself. I've already put mine on because the heat is so extreme today, but none of that, you need to keep yourself hydrated. I have got a bottle of juice, in fact I've got 2 bottles of juice, because hydration is extremely important when it's warm like this. So to start with, yes, I have got, it's another sore throat, but I want to thank you again for the positive response I've had for you guys this week. I've had a few more likes and I've also had another subscriber, so absolute bonus. So today I thought what I'll do to start with is something that one of my viewers has recommended, is talk about my top 5 vegetables I like to grow and eat. So I will start off with my top 5. Number 5, of course, broad beans. As much as I like broad beans and I do still grow them, I kind of have to be in the mood for broad beans on my dinner, and not usually too many neither. Number 4 will more than likely be, I'll say, French beans. Again, it's something I do like, but sometimes some of the beans can be quite stringy, especially if I've left too long or not picked in time. But it's still a nice little thing to have at a dinner. Cabbages. Now cabbages will be on my number 3. I do like cabbages, but I tend to do too many, so I end up giving a lot away. But I tend to dice them, blanch them, and then these other 3s are then good for casseroles and also good for your roasts. My number 2 will be carrots. I absolutely love carrots. I kind of eat them raw for some strange reason, they irritate my throat, but I tend to steam them or roast them. I do actually prefer to roast them, but not only that, sometimes I do some smoothies using carrots. So there's my number 2. And my all-time favourite vegetable to grow and eat will be peas, especially petit pois peas. I can never get enough of them, and I do love to put up a little bit of butter on mine as well, because I'm weird. So there's my top 5 for vegetables. I've not gone for the dual camera today, dual record camera, only because with the sun out it is extremely bright. But I won't be doing a lot today, so this video might be split over 2 days this weekend. Today I will need to give everything a really good watering, so I'm going to be spending at least an hour watering everything, except for my last lot of early potatoes. Looking like they are started dying off now, so I don't think I'm going to get any more of them, so I may attempt to just pull them up today. As you can see, they have started dying off now, so I think I will pull them up today and see what I get, and then potentially I could put I've still got a large raised bed, put it here in the middle somewhere, and do radishes. I can also do carrots at this time of year as well, but we'll see. But I might just put it here. If not, I might just cover this over for the rest of the year, because there's nothing else I can grow here now. But as you can see, everything is bone dry. Everything seriously needs a good watering. I've got a courgette there. I think I will, yes, I think I'll pull that up today. I've got 2 there actually, so I might give one to my mother and one for me. Chop it up and freeze it up. So yes, I'm going to, I'll start off by getting them potatoes up. And once I've done that, I will show you what I've got. Let's hope I'll get enough to get me going. We'll see.
2 hours later.
So I've come back into the shade. I haven't bored you to death with digging up the potatoes, because I've done that last week. But I dug up them last few potatoes and I wasn't expecting too much. But to be honest, I am quite optimistic about these. Like, they're actually good. So let's bring them forward. There's a lot of small ones, but there's also some decent sized ones. So there you go. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, there's some nice sized ones there. I mean, I put the decent sized ones I've on this left hand side and the smaller ones I've on the right. But I don't actually think that's that bad. That should last me a while until my next line of potatoes are ready to come up. So I'm quite happy with that actually. So yeah. What I've decided to do now, I'm going to give my plot a good watering. I'm going to spend at least a bit of time watering. And then I may just walk you around to show you how things are doing. I was hoping to do a job today, which I feel I'm not going to be able to do because it's going to be too hot. Which is this. I needed to clear out this area. Thankfully it's not as bad because someone's put poison down, or weed killer. But it's something that still needs doing. But when it's hot like this, you do not want to kill yourself off. So I think I will be leaving that. And I'll just concentrate on watering. I've watered my friend's greenhouse for him because it was bone dry in there, so that's one job done. I'll water everything outside mine and then in my greenhouse, and then I'll come back to you when I've done that. So I've now given everything a good watering. I unfortunately cannot use my salver stick because it's just actually broken, but that's okay. So I will apologise if this video may be a little bit boring compared to normal, but I've watered everything and it's looking better now it's been watered. Plants are coming back to life. You can tell I've got lots of potatoes left. The ground is actually already starting to dry up. That's how warm it's been. I think it's forecast to be about 31 degrees today, but the heat is peaking today. And then as the days go on, it is gradually getting cooler. And then next week we've got some rain coming in, which is definitely much needed. I pulled off them courgettes, which I said I would. So in a minute, I will show you what I have picked. French beans, again, them are looking okay, you know. Not too bad at all. Corns are doing amazing. I've got more and more corns starting to show. I mean, look at that one there. I've got another one coming here, another one just showing down here. Peas, them are the ones that are budding first. Them are starting to die off, but that may be because of the heat, I'm not sure. But I've still got peas on there. I pulled a few off. Again, I will show you what I have picked in a minute. This section I've been pulling off for quite a while now is this. The only thing that seems to do well in the heat, and that's weeds. But there you go. Still no sign of any cauliflower heads or broccoli heads, which I'm actually surprised about. But the plants themselves are looking healthy enough. Well, I sting myself a lot of nettles. Cabbages are doing well. Extremely well actually. Raspberries, they've nearly finished now. I've still got a few on there, but it's a time where they will actually stop producing fruits, not because of the heat or nothing like that. It's just this time of year they do start dying off a little bit, which is fine because I've had a lot of them this year, so that's good. Other things doing well. Bloody beans, someone is having a barbecue, making me hungry. Bloody beans growing extremely well. I've not picked any of them yet because they are not quite ready yet. They are pretty much like broad beans. You need to wait until they get quite large and then you pull the beans out. Carrots, again, doing okay. Tomatoes, that bed needs weeding, but that'll be when it's a little bit cooler. But again, thankfully because of the watering, they're looking okay now. Butternut squash plants up the corner, them are looking okay as well. So all in all, yeah, He said it could be a lot worse, couldn't he? But I've got 4 days left at work, and then I've got plenty of time to come down and get some jobs done before I go on my holidays, which will be in a couple of weeks' time. So before I go, I'm going to show you just a few things that I have picked. Obviously, you know, I've picked the potatoes. So I've only picked enough for dinner tomorrow. So obviously you see my potatoes there. I should get some meals there to that. I've got a few French beans here and a couple of quite long ones actually. That's like a smiley face. Not many peas, but again that is ideal for me. I've got 3 courgette plants as well. One of these I will give to my mother because she likes the courgette plants. And hopefully when it does cool down, I will get cracking on with a few jobs. But in the meantime, I am exhausted. So yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. Sorry this has not been the best video. It's all quite boring, but we get them, I suppose. It is now the next day down my allotment. You wouldn't believe it kind of feels the same day, doesn't it? But yeah, it's the next day. It's still very, very warm. I think it's still about 28, 29 degrees. But there is a bit of a cooler wind blowing about, so if you can get into the wind, it's actually quite pleasant. So today, what I've decided, I am going to finish weeding my bomber peas because it's something that does need doing. As long as I take my time, I should be fine. And I've got plenty of fluids. So to start with, what I'm doing, I'm going to damp it first. And because I've got a lot of water in my bushes still, I'm just going to fill my watering can up, dampen the soil a little bit, and then I will be using a smaller fork to what I normally do, which is this one. I normally use this big one here, but I want to be really careful by the peas, so I use that one. Should be a little bit easier. So I am going to fill up the watering can. Bit of ASMR there for you. And I will just go and dampen the soil round by my peas. Sorry for the little bit of brightness there.
Bye.
Pardon me. I did not be honest. So I'm going to put my phone on a tripod now. And we'll go from there. So I'll see you guys in a bit. When I came down today, I had noticed that there are a lot of butterflies and bees around. Now butterflies and bees seem to be in a decline over the last few years. And people don't realise how crucial they are. I mean, bees and butterflies are crucial for plant reproduction through pollination. They transfer pollen from the male part of a flower to the female part, enabling fertilisation and seed production. This process is vital for both food crops and wild plants, and the decline could have significant consequences for ecosystems and food security. Now when I come down today, one of my lovely plot neighbours has a huge lavender plant, and it was full of bees and butterflies. So that is a lavender plant. I mean, look how beautiful that is, and the amount of bees that are here. Not so many butterflies now, but there is tons and tons of bees on here. Such amazing to see. In fact, can I just get it? There's a butterfly just there. Beautiful butterfly. So yeah, please look after bees and butterflies. They are extremely important. I tried growing lavender before from our plot, but I was unsuccessful. But I am going to try again next year to see if I can attract bees like that. So I've now finished the job I wanted to do, and that was weeding around the peas. And it is looking so much better. It wasn't easy, but to be honest, it wasn't actually too bad neither. So, and there you go. All that is now clear, and I have also watered. Some of the plants do not look overly great, and there is still little bits of weed, but compared to what it was, these might be okay actually. And the bigger ones at the back here still got some peas on them, which I should be able to pull off next week. And on the other side, all these here don't look too bad really, so I should hopefully get some more peas off them. The middle part was much harder because it's such a narrow gap, and for someone with a big belly like me, it's not easy. But everything has already had a good watering. The only thing I haven't watered is the potatoes, because I did that yesterday. And you don't need to water them as much. Now, before I started watering today, one thing I did check is I do know that some water companies are imposing hose pipe bans. But before I used the hose on here, I actually checked with Sales Staff's water, because that's who supplies the water around here. And at the moment, there are no restrictions in place at all. The only thing I'm asking you to do is just to be wise of how much water you use. So at the moment I'm only watering the main essential crops that need it, and stuff like potatoes and carrots don't need watering that often. But anyway, as I'm finishing this video, I am up to 35 subscribers. That is incredible. I am well over the moon for that. So again, thank you guys for your positive response and your messages and your recommendations. I'm still yet to find more information about that bunker, but as soon as I find out more, I will talk to you about it. But in the meantime, next week, there's a couple more jobs that I want to do. Being my wildflower bed, I am going to sort that out. Because you can see, I've got bramble here that still needs to be cut down. So I'm going to do that next week, and then what I plan on doing, my sunflower plants that are in the pots, I'm going to put them into the ground. So that will be a job which I will do next week, and hopefully something that shouldn't take too long to do, and that'll be another job done. But yeah, until next time anyway, thank you for subscribing and liking and your comments, and I'll see you on my next video. Take care.